Mining at the site is expected to start in March next year. Elandsfontein contains the largest sedimentary phosphate deposit at nearly 100 million tons of the highest grade in South Africa. Used in fertilizer, 1.5 million tons of phosphate rock will be mined over the next 15 years. Major shareholder in the project, Crops, says all documents are in place except a water use license that is expected by the end of the year. It says it has spent nearly 25 million rand on expert studies in order to ensure responsible mining. A major aquifer or underground dam connected to the Langebaan Lagoon is situated on the site.
The aquifer is really the body of water that ultimately ends up in the lagoon. So the concerns between the water and the aquifer and the lagoon are hand in hand. And again, it's been one of our focus areas. The method that we're choosing for the mining is one that will ensure that the volume in the aquifer doesn't change. We are just locally dewatering the mining area so that we can mine safely. All the water goes straight back into the aquifer. And we have a very comprehensive groundwater monitoring plan for the aquifer between the mine and the lagoon to make sure that we detect any changes if they happen as soon as possible.
Lawrence says hundreds of jobs will be created to benefit mostly local community members. Residents of the town of Hopefield, nearest to the mine, say they are already benefiting.
I absolutely welcome the mine for years. We didn't have anything that will bring economic freedom and welfare for our disadvantaged people in Hopefield. Already a couple of hundred of our local residents has found jobs at the mine. You can see even the business people, the businesses in our town are benefiting through money being spent in our town by the mine.
But environmentalists are up in arms. They say the mine is in an ecologically sensitive area. The Langebaan Lagoon, situated 12 kilometers away, is a wetland of international importance.
The one big reason is that the processes wasn't followed in executing the mining right. The mining right was handed out before the record of decision from the DMR was handed in, which called for the mining right not to be allocated to the company. And then the mining right, the process that was followed, there was various issues where process of administrative justice was not followed, such as that a proper environmental impact assessment was not done, and therefore no environmental authorization was granted. But the mine just continued to build the mine without environmental authorization.
The Department of Mineral Resources was not immediately available to comment. The matter is expected to be heard in the Western Cape High Court next year. Mariska Botha, SABC News, Cape Town.